Welcome back to the channel. Grand Theft Auto Remastered Trilogy. Rockstar does not have to make any more Grand Theft Auto games ever again. Grand Theft Auto 5 is continually on the bestsellers list when it comes to video game sales. I don't know who hasn't purchased this game yet, but it seems to be being sold in other dimensions at this point, because I don't know where this large audience is coming from to keep purchasing this game, but it keeps happening. I don't know what's going on. Now with the remastered trilogy, they don't have to do anything Grand Theft Auto for a long time. What's interesting is I'm not a member of PlayStation Now. I don't want to stream games, and most of the games that I would play in that service are only available through streaming. Now they have great games as well. I'm not trying to downplay the service. They've got downloadable games as well as streaming, just like Game Pass. I just don't want to stream games. When it comes to Game Pass, I'm a member with the dollar deal. It's been that way. I've renewed it, I think, 2 times so far, and it's been 2.5 years. I've paid $1 for Game Pass. So what are my choices? I have Grand Theft Auto 3 PlayStation Now, which I can't play because I'm not a member, or I can play Grand Theft Auto San Andreas if I want to in Game Pass. I don't like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas at all. I think it's the worst out of the 3. My favorite is Vice City, and that's the one I think Rockstar knows most people want to play, because curiously, it's the one that's omitted from the choices when it comes to the subscription services. And that's a curious position to put people in who are fans of this trilogy. So I don't know if they said to Sony and Microsoft, here's the choices, Grand Theft Auto 3 or San Andreas. I don't know if it was the other way around. I don't know if all 3 were on the table and San Andreas and Grand Theft Auto 3 were just the ones that were chosen. But I don't want San Andreas, and you cannot purchase these games separately. As of right now, they haven't said anything about purchasing these games separately. So I'm going to have to purchase the trilogy physically or digitally on whatever system I decide to purchase it on. Now, I think, again, it's really interesting that they chose to put these 2 subscription services sort of at odds with each other when it comes to these 2 titles. And I think things are starting to heat up when it comes to the reasons to subscribe to these respective services. Now, I'm not saying that these remastered games, these old games, are reasons to subscribe to a subscription service, but I think it forces people to give them a look. I mean, Grand Theft Auto is a big name. These games are incredibly fun. A remastered version of great older titles that maybe didn't have the hardware power at the time to match the vision and the scope that the developer had, but now they can. I think that goes a long way into making consumers and gamers take a peek at these 2 competing services. If you've had a PlayStation 5 since launch, you know one of the big benefits is that sweet 4K dashboard, and now it looks like the Xbox Series X is going to get the same treatment, although I haven't found any information to verify whether or not it's 4K and HDR like the PlayStation 5. So on the PlayStation 5, it's a 4K dashboard with high dynamic range. So when you're switching from the dashboard to a game, there is no flickering, there is no flutter, there is no pop of the HDR on your television. It's all incredibly seamless. Now, if the Xbox dashboard is in 4K, you're still going to get that pop on your television when HDR and the TV sets to HDR for the game. Now, if the Xbox Series X is getting a 4K HDR dashboard, then you won't have that. Either way, the dashboard in 4K makes a big difference. Trust me, I didn't think it was that big a deal until I actually saw it on the PlayStation 5, and now it looks like you're going to enjoy that. Unfortunately, if you're an Xbox Series S owner like myself, you're not getting any of these goodies at all. You're getting some of the goodies like the quick resume, and you're getting some features like adding to a list of games that you want to play right there on the dashboard, and some other features. I'll link the article in the description below. You can read all of those extra goodies that you're getting on both consoles yourself. But if you're interested in that 4K dashboard, it looks like the Xbox Series X, the big brother, is the one that's getting all the new clothes. And of course, the middle child's getting the hand-me-downs, the old sneakers, the old shirts, the old jackets. I know, it's a middle child syndrome thing. God of War is going to the PC. The 2018 hit game that sold close to 20 million copies on the PlayStation 4 is headed to the PC. And There's a lot of speculation around what this means. Could it mean something for the future? And I'll give you my opinion. And it's important to remember that this is my opinion. I do think that Sony will go day and date with their games eventually. And the reason why this will not degrade or devalue the PlayStation 5 or any other PlayStation in the future is because Sony has spent the time to build up a base of consumers around the console. And they've done it by creating great content. Now, it doesn't matter if that content is on a platform that most of those people don't see as a gaming platform. I know that that's sacrilege to say that to some of you out there, that the PC is not a gaming platform. I'm not saying that it isn't, but for me, it simply is not. I use a PC every day. I don't want to use one at home when I play video games. There are a ton of people out there that want to buy a console, and PlayStation quality games built from the ground up for the PlayStation 5. They're going to buy a PlayStation to play those games, and the money that Sony can make by offering those games to another audience on the PC is something that they're going to do. These audiences aren't the same, and I know that people, especially Microsoft, want to believe that they're the same audience. They're going to migrate back and forth. Mobile gamers are the same, PC gamers are the same, console gamers are the same. They're just not. The only reason why it's not going to devalue PlayStation is because they've been buying PlayStation consoles for PlayStation games. It doesn't matter if 5 years from now the next God of War comes out designed for the PlayStation 5 and it also goes to PC the same day. People are going to buy a PlayStation 5 to play that game. But you let me know in the comment section below, am I wrong? Is this going to hurt console sales for the PlayStation? Thanks for watching the video. If you could, think about subscribing, share the video out on your favorite social media platform of choice. At the very least, hit that like button. It helps me grow the channel, and I will see you in the next video.